Hello, welcome to Daily News from Marja'iyat TV. Daily meetings of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Qom. The Grand Shia Jurist Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Hosseini Shirazi hosts groups of visitors on a daily basis at his central office in the holy city of Qom in Iran. In these meetings, religious scholars, clerics, activists, academics, and public groups of Shia believers meet with the Grand Jurist in person and listen to pieces of advices from His Eminence. It is worth noting that these meetings are held on a daily basis before the noon prayers. Memorials of Lady Fatima, peace be upon her, at the house of Sayyid Ahmed Shirazi in Kuwait. The second session of the memorials to honor the memory of Lady Fatima Zahra, peace be upon her, on her martyrdom anniversary was held at the house of Sayyid Ahmed Shirazi, the son of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Shirazi in Kuwait. Large numbers of Shia believers took part in these memorials and listened to religious speeches and eulogies in honor of this noble lady. Memorials of Lady Fatima at offices of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi worldwide. The office of the Grand Shia Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Karbala held memorials of Lady Fatima, peace be upon her, on January 10, 2020 in this city. Sheikh Ehsan Hakimi was the keynote speaker of these memorials, and he elaborated on a few points about the famous sermon of Fadak by the God's Messenger's daughter. Sheikh Jawad Ibrahimi was also among other speakers of these memorials. Large numbers of Shia believers and clerics took part in these memorials. The seminary of Fatima Masuma in Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan, marked the martyrdom of Lady Fatima Zahra, peace be upon her. On Thursday, January 9th, a memorial was held at this seminary, which enjoyed the presence of great numbers of Shia believers in Kabul. Mr. Hashemi was the keynote speaker of these memorials. The Shia Muslims in Sydney also commemorated the memory of Lady Fatima Zahra, peace be upon her, at Ali Yassin Hosseinian Mosque. On January 11th, Sheikh Mohsen Al-Amili delivered a speech at the gathering of the Shia believers in this country to mark the martyrdom of Lady Fatima Zahra, peace be upon her. Ali Yassin Center collects donations to help with massive fire in Australia. Ali Yassin Hosseinian Mosque, affiliated to the office of Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi, launched a campaign in Sydney, Australia, to collect donations and aids to help with the massive Australia fires. The Ali Yassin Center, as part of the Shia Muslim community in Australia, actively participates in programs that need the attention and the contribution of all groups of people in Australia. Therefore, the center, in a public statement, called on all the Muslim believers to join the agenda and offer their donations to compensate damages by the Australia fires. AhlulBayt Institute distributes aids among needy in Basra, Iraq. AhlulBayt Cultural and Charitable Institute, affiliated to the office of Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in Basra, distributed aids and assistances among needy families in Basra, southern Iraq. These aids consisted of foods, meat, heating devices, and cash handouts. These charitable programs are conducted in compliance to the instructions of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi. Iraqi cultural activists meet head of AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center in Baghdad. On the martyrdom anniversary of Lady Fatima Zahra, peace be upon her, a group of cultural activists, poets, and eulogizers gathered at the AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center, a religious center affiliated to the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in Baghdad. In meetings with Mr. Ali Sarrai, the head of AhlulBayt Center, various topics on Islamic culture, beliefs, and history were discussed. In his part, Mr. Sarrai elaborated on the instructions of the Grand Jurist to these visitors. Sadiqiya community distributes aids among 400 needy families in Basra, Iraq. Sadiqiya community, affiliated to the office of Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in Basra, distributed food baskets among needy families in the southern Iraqi province. 400 families received these aids.